Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 7 or 6-ish on What If Izuku Midoriya Had the Darkness. Let's dive on in. So, we're going to start off with something pretty basic and how we've been starting off so far. Izuku getting the money from last episode where Johnson was able to sue the fuck out of the police station in the city, get a fuck ton of money, and bring it to Izuku. So, legit, Izuku and Tokuyami realized how much fucking money they just won. Just kind of picked it up, fucking moved houses. With an area, of course. But, yeah. They got a new house. Now, during this unknowing to Izuku, midnight ends up being called to help with a bust that's supposed to be happening. Now, this bust is going to be in a warehouse in the Hosu region. And if I didn't say this last time, I'm going to say it now. Like, since the USJ shit happened, everything was kind of going off. So I'm going to say this is the Hosu incident. Now remember, people like Stain work for Izuku because Izuku got in his fucking head and changed some things around a little bit. Which means the killings are still happening, but only literally to scum. So like Ida's brother would not have happened. Ida's brother would have fought Stain. Stain would have fucked up his legs to get away. But Ida would realize, not Ida, fucking, Ida's brother, I forgot his name. I think it was Tensei, some shit. Like 90%. And certain it was fucking Tensei. I think. But yeah. He would realize that Stain is not going for lethal blows. He is disabling him. But he realizes that too late as Stain kind of fucks off. And since Stain has, like, an arsenal of weird bullshit cartoon weapons, it's just... Stain even more fucking broken. And since, like, this is one of the first times a person has survived an attack from Stain... yeah, they got some information on, like, oh yeah, no, he was using, like, those fucking cartoon guns and shit that shoot missiles. But, yeah, no. Which almost immediately ties him to the Darkling Syndicate. They try to figure out where the fuck this John character is that just sued them out of their fucking money. They can't find him because John is like, Izuku had John kind of, like, set him up in a townhouse. I'm not even kidding. Like, Izuku's like, you get vacation. I was like, yeah. But, and everything, Johnson kind of just chilling. He ain't doing nothing illegal. He is just chilling on his property. Doing nothing else, just chilling. But yeah, the bust is going to be the same time as the fucking Hosu incident. And All For One's about to fucking jump in to the same thing, but with a fuck ton of Nomu. So, I want you to get a picture painted. There's like a weapons deal going on. Izuku's armored up in a corner, face completely covered, weird little fucking helmet on, making sure nobody could see him. Or like ID him in general. And like, the door blows open, and there are heroes. And he sees Midnight, which immediately gives him the look of fuck. And then, from the opposite fucking ways, inside the building, a portal fucking opens. All for one and a fuck ton of Nomu just pop out. And he's like, I'm gonna get your ass for that arm. And like and then he just looks up, sees like all these motherfuckers and All Might there. So like, they're all just like, Izuku's in the middle of it with all of his fucking Darklings. Well, most of them. This other gang that he was like doing a fucking deal with. The fucking evil boogeyman on one side, also known as All for One, and the police on the other. And Izuku just looks in between them, and with a voice changer that he had just handy because he's not about to use his actual voice for a deal, he's like, you've gotta be fucking kidding me. Two groups that hate me. Man, the fuck is wrong with you people? You working with Vegas now? You working with villains? Fuck wrong with y'all? And it was like, we didn't call him. I was like, were you gonna take advantage of this? And it's like I didn't know they were there. So, rules of engagement? And then he just notices Midnight just like leaking fumes. And it's like, oh fuck. I know one thing. I'm a bounce. Y'all could fucking hash your shit out. He starts walking towards like a door behind him. Him and All for One's like, no, you ain't fucking leaving. Even no. And like, same with the heroes and shit. And Izuku's just standing in the middle of this, and he just says, fuck. Because he can't teleport out. Because Midnight will fucking recognize how he does it. And he don't want to fucking kill Midnight, so we're gonna have to like try to play it off that like, oh, he accidentally left her alive. Like, Izuku is having a fucking like, he's upset. He's not happy. But all of the Darklings just kind of look around, just start pulling out these wacky ass guns from the crate. And same with the other gang. And it's like, hey, you guys. And it was like, yeah. Those weapons will be free if you deal with that side. It points at all the Nomu and shit. And then one of them like falls unconscious because of Midnight's gas, and is like, yeah, no, you shoot them, I'll deal with the side. And just, that's when everything starts going down. Like, half of the Darklings join in with Izuku and half stay to deal with the fucking Nomu, which, it's really strange. Because one side has a lot more explosions than the other. What do I mean by that? Oh, simple. Izuku modified the weaponry. Like, mid him having a fucking crisis. And he's like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change those guns in the crate to shoot missiles and shit. And I'm gonna have the ones at the Darkling's hands just shoot fucking, I don't know, fucking taser rounds. Some weird shit. You know what? Nah, fucking tranks. Fuck it. So... sorry, I had root beer. But yeah, no. There's this fucking... I don't even know what the fuck to call it. This fucking mob fight? Like, I don't know what the fuck to call this. This clusterfuck? Like, that's what it is. Because, like, the Nomu are dying pretty quickly. And the heroes are getting, like, dropped. And, like, the Darklings are kind of starting to get woozy from the fucking... well, specifically, Izuku's Darklings are starting to get kind of fucking woozy from the goddamn gas that Midnight's putting off, but they're not going unconscious. Granted, their aims are a bit fucky, but, But yeah, no. And the weird thing is, all of them look like John. Which then, like, tips them off, like, nah, some ain't right here. With, like, specifically the heroes and fucking All For One, like, this don't make any sense. They all look the fucking same. Not exactly, but they basically do. And Izuku's just like, instead of using, like, 2 guns, he's like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna just use this. And he just makes a fucking super sledge, which, if you don't know that, I'm going with, like, the Fallout 4 variant with the fucking rocket on the back of it, so, yeah. People are fucking, they ain't getting creamed yet. Like, Izuku isn't going for killing blows, which people are also realizing. But yeah, no, Izuku proceeds to knock most of the heroes unconscious. Midnight being one of them. And I'm not gonna lie to you, some of them OD on tranks. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I realize that sometimes when that shit's a muscle relaxant and your heart's the muscle, some people die. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's like only 2 people. And it was clearly an accident. It's not like, oh, nah, fucking shoot them full. Like, nah. It was clearly like, oh, fuck, we accidentally killed someone. When Izuku's side of the fight is fucking done, All For One's side of the fight is done, and all of the fucking Darklings and shit are dead. Same with the other gang. But he lost damn near all of his Nomu. And the Darklings are starting to, like, come out of the stupor that Midnight's gas was putting on him. So, they're just kind of looking at each other. And they know for a fact there's fucking police outside. And then there's, like, explosions going on outside. Izuku looks outside. There's Giganto fucking Machia making a fucking mess of things. Along with some other friendly faces. But, yeah, no, let's just say the Hosu incident is a lot more coordinated, like, specific location heavy, and vicious. So, when it comes down to the entire Hosu situation, what happened is as follows. Like, 2 people died, 2 nameless heroes. No, what? Fuck it. One of them was Kamui Woods. Because fuck Kamui Woods. Because your power's the shit, you know. Oh, fuck. For all the Woods fans out there. I'm sorry, I just don't like Commonly. Commonly Woods, fuck. I could make wood. Fucking knock on me because I'm terrible. Anyway. Yeah, no. But in all reality, Commonly Woods does die. But everyone, like, there's a giant fucking... It's still a cluster fucking Hosu. Because now, like... Granted, Izuku didn't take out All Might yet. All Might's like the last one that's still up, and Izuku's having trouble, like, hitting him. And Izuku just looks at All Might, and he says, I didn't kill anyone here, not to my knowledge. How about we deal with them? And then we could sort our beef later? All Might's just thinking of the fucking options. Yeah, sure. And, to be honest, All Might is getting the sense that he is certainly holding back. Even though, like, there's a like, no, he fucking staying works for him. Why the fuck? I don't know, man. But, regardless, how do I explain this? There was a meme that was floating around recently about that fucking new anime with fucking curse energy. What the fuck was it? It was literally two people beating the shit out of a demon. Like, and I mean, like, it was some street fight shit, like, dead ass. Like, there wasn't any music. It was just the sound of hands connecting. And someone saying, fight back, nigga. Fight back. That's basically what's happening to All for One. When all the fucking... And, other dudes, Darklings, are dealing with the Nomu. Granted, they have the numbers, but the fucking Nomu that survived, they cut the fucking wheat from the chaff already. They're having somewhat of a difficult time, but all for One's getting shit rocked. He's not having a good time. So, in all reality, it's just Izuku and All Might beating the dog shit out of All for One for like 2 minutes. And then, as usual, All for One getting fucking saved by Kurogiri, about to get hit with like 2 people fucking knocking back some nasty ass punches. I was like, nah, you ain't gonna live if you get hit by those. And just a portal appears underneath his feet, and he just falls in. Just So in all reality, Izuku believes he did something good. He like dismisses all of the Darklings and guns, and he's like, alright, there's still shit going on. How about this? I didn't kill anyone here. And he just looks at the Nomu. Y'all know that shit ain't human, so I'm out. And he's like, no, you're not. And he's like, I'm literally faster than you. I could run for fucking days. I don't need to breathe. That's apparent. Why are we having this conversation? You could be helping people right now. And it just points to a burning building with people in it. Which, Izuku's having a fucking, like, heart attack. Like, fucking go deal with the people. Please, God, go deal with the people. Because Izuku's not a bad person. It's like, yo, fucking deal with that. Deal with it. About to let some fucking people burn up. Deal with it. I was like, fuck happened to the wet? And he just I'm like, after he blinks, Izuku's gone. Because as soon as he blinked, he fucking, boop, he just ran into a corner. He left. Going to get some fucking alibis real quick. And like, he's going to like he teleports into a bar, right? He has a suit on. He's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Ron, I've been here for an hour. But yeah, no, he's just basically chilling. He basically has a fucking alibi. And since, like, no one's seen him enter or leave, they're just gonna assume, oh, he just did what he usually did. He just came in through the side, which this is the bar that, like, people know Izuku at. You know, that type of shit. So in all reality, Izuku's just chilling with him and like some other drinking buddies other than Tokiyami. They're just having a time. And then they all realize what's happening in Hosu, all this crazy shit. But yeah. After that, Izuku goes home, like, looking worried as hell. And, like, the entire time he left, like, there are, like, 100 Darklings. Like, in the rafters, making sure Midnight gets to an ambulance and no one fucks with her unless they're wearing ambulance shit. Like, that's their job. Izuku's like, nah, she's too nice. I'm too fucking nice. So literally everyone else, he don't give a fuck about. But like, Izuku specifically told them to make sure she is okay. I was like, okay. So they just waited in the shadows. She, like, eventually got taken in by an ambulance. One of them called Izuku, notified him, and then they all bounced back into their little dimension to get beers. And I was like, well, we're gone. On shifts up, boys. But, yeah. That entire time, Izuku, like, was worried. Like a father. Like a father type of worry. Like, meh. Like, he was just worried the entire time. Because as she met Eri already. Eri liked her a lot. And she expressed it to him. And then it's like, yeah, no, you need to get that. But yeah. Don't fuck this up. Anyway. But, yeah, no. Izuku, like, has, like, a fucking session with Tokoyami. And they're, like, Izuku's telling him specifically what the fuck happened. Tokoyami's fucking cracking jokes so hard. Domestic abuse, anyway. Fucking goddamn it. But, yeah. When it comes down to it, Izuku is fucking relieved when he gets the call. And he realizes, there was no deaths in the Hosu incident except for, like, those gang members. Alright. Like, I personally don't give a fuck about him. I was literally using them for money anyway. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, like the next day, he texts Midnight saying like, "Did you hear about the Hosu thing? Are you okay?" Fucking, and acting worried even though he knows everything's fine, but he still low-key is. She basically says she's fine. They go on a date. they talk a lot more about his views. And when it comes down to it, like, Izuku isn't pushing for much when it comes to, like, trying to change her mind either. Like, he's not manipulative at all. Like, he isn't. He's just really smart and knows how to word things. Things to make people, like, understand in a better light. So, for instance, she would have a retort that would, like... Oh, poor boy. Oh, that's weird. But, yeah. Unprofessional as fuck. Anyway, when it comes down to everything, things go back to normal ops as usual. All the way until the fucking... in training camp. Where Izuku realizes that there's about to be an operation pulled off in the training camp, and Midnight said she was going out of town for a couple of fucking days. Izuku immediately puts 2 and 2 together, realizes that All for One isn't going to be there, but All Might will be, and he just knows for a fact there's going to be an attack. Apparently they're trying to kidnap someone. Don't know who. Apparently it's this fucking Todoroki kid, they think. They think it's fucking Enji's boy that they're gonna go for, and in reality, it was a, yeah, no, it was actually... Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it was fucking Hagakure. Hagakure was the fucking spy. Trying to get Hagakure because they need information on what happened after that loss. I think I'm remembering the anime meme that I was talking about. Jujutsu Kaisen. That was the meme I was talking about. That Jujutsu Kaisen meme where, like, they were beating the shit out of some fucking demon or spirit. I'm tired. I am a weeb, but I've never really watched it. I've read part of it, but the memes that come out of it in the fights are fucking... Those are fun. But anyway, that and the powers are bullshit. I love it. I fucking love it. Domains are so fucking broken. But yeah. When it comes down to Izuku realizing that, oh yeah, the fucking training camp's gonna be attacked, he's just like, fuck me. Why? I have oh my god, this shit's gonna piss me off. Like, Izuku is finally, like, damn near had it with this All for One character. He's fucking had it. Like, Izuku was fucking with him because he could. But now he's just sick and fucking tired of him. So, like, they don't use the bar anymore for fucking obvious reasons. And, like, Izuku was able to find out their location. Again, through very interesting means that personally, it's too dark and gruesome for me to go about. Because, like, there's one thing that Izuku is. Protective as fuck. What do I mean by this? Oh, simple. He will fucking commit war crimes to get what he wants if it's to protect a precious person to him. Let alone if it was Eri. He would commit genocides for Eri. That shit's blatant in the way he acts. That's like... But if she did actually do something wrong, let's say, like, oh, she got, like, arrested for fucking and stealing shit, he's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna let it fucking happen. Because yo ass got caught. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. but yeah, no, in all reality, like, Eri is the fucking mafia princess, and it's like, don't piss her fucking family off. And like, when it comes down to just how Izuku is in general, it's just like he's mellow as fuck usually. But this all for one shit pisses him off really bad to like on a new level. Because he's attacking places specifically that have like his family, like people that he considers family there, and he considers that shit an attack on him. So he gets all the fucking Darklings together, and by all of them, I mean homie forms a fucking militia of these flying ones right here with like grenades. They're meant to be fucking suicide bombers. And you know, the usual foot troop and the scary ass fucking snakes that Izuku has. So, and like other nightmare creatures that he was just thinking of on what he wanted to like rip All For One to shreds, eat him whole, and just do shit that's just not kosher. But yeah, no, he is they are ready. So I'm gonna say the lineup is about the same, but Dobby is not there, Toga is not there, and Mr. Compress is not there. Change them out with some other people that are equal to greater power levels than those who I have mentioned. But Muscular and fucking Moonfish, no, they there too. So, So like, instead of like that being like a squad, like All For One decided to quirk them up and give them quirks that would combo with the quirks that they already would have to do scary shit. Because this is a kill squad. This is the kid that you sent, the people that you sent to pull some Itachi shit. Just fucking massacre. This is his kill squad. That kill squad is fucking baby shit compared to Izuku. By himself. But Izuku brought like damn near like 150 people. Just rocking up. Let alone this other shit that does not classify as people. Because they are mindless, follow Izuku's commands. And all of them, same fucking strength as, like, the high-tier Nomu that fought Endeavor. Just different move sets. All For One and his people gonna learn today. Because you think All For One fucking not going? No, of course he's going. Same with Shigaraki. Okay, he needs to get some fucking quirks because he had to quirk these people up. And apparently 1A got some pretty decent quirks. So yeah, let's see what's happening. But they don't really get that far because oh wait, I just realized something. I killed Korigiri. So that entire like Korigiri coming in to save his ass. No. Instead of that, after me realizing, and it's been like, I want to say 20-ish minutes after I realized that, Don't worry, I'm incompetent. It's fine. But yeah. Korigiri didn't do it. I'm gonna just say he got Korigiri's quirk before his ass completely dispersed, just kind of. But yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say he did that himself because he realized, no, I'm dying if I stay here. But, yeah. When it comes down to Izuku, no one notices what's happening until the explosions start. And Izuku's playing with his food. Like, now this is like, you're not going to be able to get away no matter how much you want to. I'm gonna turn your ass into a chew toy for my pets, and and he just throws them basically into a horde of these fuckers. Just these scary ass little things. Not these people, but these things. These things fucking, no. Please, God, no. All from one dies screaming. Like, extreme vulgar. Super fucking nasty. He dies in extreme pain. And, yeah, no. The US, I mean, not the USJ, but the attack on training camp did not happen. But instead, they find the head of the #1 fucking villain, along with 5 other people, in front of Naomimasa's police station. And I was like, congratulations, I did All Might's job for him. And it says that, like, hanging off of fucking All for One's face. It's because it was, like, kind of blatant that, hey, All Might wanted to kill him. It wasn't a, oh no, we're just trying to knock him out. No, let's kill this fucker. So, yeah. It was like, to Izuku, it was blatant. And Izuku just kind of like, after that, he basically has free reign over the entire fucking underground. So, he just starts trying to get politicians in his pocket to move him up to a place of power. Now, since Night Eye is intelligent, he doesn't know why he killed this person. Told All Might he did his job for him, or what have you, but in all reality, he did not expect what he got. And given the fact that, like, there's no more gun or drug trade going on, well, not no more, but it's happening in small enough dosages to where, like, people don't know that it's going down. But in all reality, since Izuku took over the fucking underground and basically took the fucking seat of fucking black assassin, fucking shadow manipulator assassin, i.e. the fucking boogeyman of the underground, because people are more afraid of him than All Might, because when he come to kill you, he don't just kill you. He kill your entire squad and, like, rip their hearts out, which has been on the news. And according to people, well, not people, but, like, forensics, it does show that, hey, these hearts were like bitten out of someone's chest. Because, darkness. But, yeah, no. Tell me with a straight face that wouldn't make nigga's skin crawl. Like, no, please. Like, no. That's just not kosher. But, yeah, no. During this as well, Izuku attempting to gain more political power, he starts to open up to Midnight more because he has slowly but surely gotten her head too, but it's like not to the extent of Stain. Because like he could basically fucking manipulate the dog shit out of Stain to do whatever the fuck he wants. As long as he like says, hey, we could fuck with society to make it better. So what happened to your daughter does not happen again. Which, since like the heroes that have been known to do bad shit and no one really got caught, like they couldn't get caught for it, the people who did that stopped. And so did Stain's killings. Which made the entire spot in Japan just silent. Only small crimes are done. Unorganized crimes are being done. But you will know if someone is like doing organized shit because the hearts will be missing, which like immediately tips people off. This guy might be a part of that Darkling syndicate that we can't fucking pin down. Everything's in place. And once again, I'm going off of fucking rules going by the US when it comes to laws and things like that, because I don't care to know about, well, it's more like I can't find out what Japanese laws are without learning fucking Japanese, and I'm personally not about that shit. But when it comes down to Izuku and how everything is dealt with, he begins to open up a bit about what he does. He doesn't like tell her about the killing people, because in this time he is like, in the time that this is taken, I'm gonna say it's like 2 months, right? Year's over. It's like fucking holiday basically for some people. And like Izuku's just talking to Midnight. Like, when it comes down to Midnight and Izuku, they have already slept together. They haven't like done it no condom, but they have done it multiple times consecutively. But anyway, hey, more along the lines of the story, Izuku, who is more of is starting to open up to Midnight, and Midnight begins to understand, hey, you have done a lot. But like, as soon as Izuku kind of like runs for mayor, something kind of clicks in Midnight's head, and she starts to look things up. Because Izuku always said that, like, I want to change the world for the better. Any means necessary if I can. But in all reality, this world that we're living in is sickening. It is almost as if humans have devolved into less caring creatures. We have lost part of our way, our kindness, our empathy, almost. But more importantly, Izuku, when he's like running for mayor, she begins to figure out that, like, hey, Izuku's like less tight-lipped about the syndicate. And she realizes after Izuku gets put in office, he is the leader of the Darkwing Syndicate. And she is confused and concerned because she knows how Izuku is. And to be honest, what she didn't know, well, what she's starting to think, but she doesn't know yet exactly, he's purposefully letting shit slip. So, to see what she would do. Because Izuku has brought about an era of peace. May it be bloody, but he has brought about it in a way that he said, like damn near as soon as they met, he would do. With like zero censorship. He has done what he came to do. He has come here to fight for the people that have no voice. To fight for those who can no longer fight for themselves. That kind of shit. And I'ma say Izuku convinces Dabi to let his name be known. Toya fucking Todoroki. And he kind of like Dabi. Izuku has his face like unfucked up, and same with like his hands and all his shit. And what Izuku does, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Izuku has Dabi go up to the Endeavor household, and well, not to the Endeavor household, but the wing that his mother is in, and tell her, just make up a story on why you needed to leave. And she did. He did. He told his mother. Which, after a lot more visits and more time passing, she finally got out of her, like, funk shit that she was in. And, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, according to, like, her, as in, she has told, not Angie, but she has told Todoroki, as well as, like, the siblings, that Toya is alive. And where they could find him, but just don't tell Endeavor. Because he does not want Endeavor to know. And that is his choice. And to respect his choices. Dabi kind of lives like in a fairly decent bachelor pad because Izuku pays like the actual people that work for him very fucking well. Like, don't get me wrong, Izuku and them are like rich by themselves. They don't need money. He's doing this literally because of the goal that I have mentioned already. And he is basically dispersing that money in people that need housing, food, water, and shelter. He's donating it to orphanages. He's donating to like cancer research. He's doing shit that, all in all, are just kind of straightforward and just are completely fine with doing things. And Midnight also knows about the good deeds that Izuku has done. I'm not gonna say that she doesn't. She definitely knows, because she does know, and most of the Hero Association knows that, like, hey, this money that's being thrown around by this Izuku kid cannot be legit. There is no way in fuck that this is legitimate money. Which, they have checked it. It's real cash. So that means, like, Izuku is either into some shady shit that they cannot prove, or what have you. Which immediately All Might thinks, oh fuck, Izuku went dark. I'm like, that's the first thing he thinks. Because he doesn't have a successor for his fucking quirk yet. Izuku, like, did have that fucking, like, conversation with All Might, too, on the roof. So, yeah. Granted, All Might fucking remembers Izuku. And he just thinks, if I did not say that, would he have became a hero? Because all the shit with Bakugo still happened. Same thing. Which I'm finally going to go into. Izuku got chewed out by everyone but All Might. And All Might could not find Izuku in the crowd. He couldn't. Because Izuku just was going through alleyways. In a general direction that wasn't to his house, and when he realized it wasn't his house, he turned around and went back. Which would result in All Might going to the wrong side of the fucking city looking for Izuku. And that never happening. Therefore, his quirk never being passed down. Granted, All Might would have been fine with not doing it as well. It's just like, having prospects is always good. But now that they believe Izuku's doing shit that, like, hey, the mayor's doing shit that he technically, like, he has to be. Unless he just has a savings account offshores. Which doesn't make any fucking sense, because he's never been offshores. Which Midnight knows, and she doesn't know what the fuck she's gonna do. She loves Izuku. And she's having, like, this weird crisis because she's starting to realize, slowly but surely, that Izuku was the one in the suit that knocked her out and just chopped her in the back of the neck, and she went to sleep. She got knocked out that day in the fucking warehouse. That's why he made eye contact and said, fuck. And he was just... She feels stupid for not seeing it earlier, but then she realizes I've never seen his armored mode, so she doesn't know. When it comes down to just Izuku in general, he's not uncaring. But Izuku has, like, started changing the laws for society in general. And, like, monitoring people specifically. And the people that have committed fucking murder once in Japan, slowly but surely, like, Izuku is able to, like, worm his way up high enough onto, like, in deep within the government of Japan by using political maneuvers and just basically using political marionettes, i.e. people, to do his bidding for him and basically collecting so much blackmail on them to where if this shit like leaked out, it would probably cause an economic crash of Japan. So Izuku has Japan in his pocket. And it's in a state of peace to where no one, and I mean this in the most literal term, no one does anything without Izuku knowing about it in the underworld. No one. Not a damn person. And if they do, and they're doing something to step on Izuku's fucking toes, Izuku squashes them like fucking and bugs. They get dealt with. So about a week after she realizes, hey, the Darkling Syndicate is Izuku. Well, actually, no. I'm not going to say a couple days. I'm going to say a couple months. Because Izuku is damn near, like, basically wormed his way onto the board of the government, so. She does bring it up to Izuku. She doesn't have a phone on her, so she's not, like, getting a confession. She's just honestly talking to Izuku in this entire time. He's just being honest. He's just telling her exactly what he did to get to where he is, so he could change what he wanted to change. So granted, I am now the king of the underworld. Nothing happens without my knowledge. Which means I can also direct the Hero Association to deal with said problems that may quell in the underworld. You understand what I say? Hell, I'm even on the fucking Bureau of Heroes. They can't. Sure, granted, they now know that I'm shady. It's too late. I'm too ingrained in their government. If they pull me out, every single thing that I have said's basically going off. And everybody's getting fucked over. I have to make sure, no matter what, that this spot that the world is in. Oops, shit. Man, remember like Chubby Frank? Remember Filthy Frank that was small and like kind of feeble? I mean, not small and feeble, but like Frank that had some weight. It didn't kind of look anorexic. But like, no, in all reality, like, both Franks are still fucking hilarious. Don't get me wrong. They're both extremely memeable. Yeah, sure, some of them are like, he's offensive. I don't give a fuck. He's still fucking hilarious. No one says it. Because, Twitter. No, Twitter can go fuck itself. But, yeah, no. No, when it comes down to everything. Yeah, back to the story. Midnight now realizes that Izuku, who is in all accountability, if they put him away, everything's going out from under their feet and they can't recover. That's what Izuku did. He's going to change things in Japan for the better. And over the years, he does. He was married to Midnight. Hey. He then would realize that things have become not as fun. And the darkness knows that Izuku's story may be coming to a close. Since years pass, Eri grows up to like a teenager. She knows what Izuku has done ever since she was young. Izuku isn't as much protective as he was ever since she started to grow. And basically made sure that she knew that, like, hey, even though, like, you're my daughter, I'm not going to give you everything. I'm going to teach you something called humility. Because that's important. Eri goes to a good school. Goes to the one where that Ida did. Now, back to what some of you might have been waiting for. I was wondering what I was going to do when Izuku had a child. Which, this is the day. The darkness already told Izuku what was gonna go down. And everything else. Midnight knows. And there was like a slight chance that, hey, shit might not work the same. And Izuku's just waiting. He's just waiting for death. He's like, well, this was a very good run. And he's like still as mellow as fuck. Like, Tokoyami knows. They're trying to, like, increase the possibility of him surviving. Which Izuku is able to do. And figure out. Izuku's trying to game the system a bit. Which people realize. When the baby takes its first breath on the world, that is when Izuku passes out. Izuku passes out in darkness, the darkness that isn't connected to Izuku anymore completely, is still partially connected, which is weird. Because, like, they still feel like, hey, we read his memories, but, like, he's in a coma. So, when that's happening, like, a month passes. Izuku's in a coma. Nothing wrong has happened until that final fucking sliver of the darkness finally fades. And Izuku wakes up. Confused as fuck. Not knowing what happening. And, like, it was like when no one knew what was happening. It was like Tokoyami was visiting damn near every single fucking day. A fucking Inko was not told because he didn't want to give his mother a heart attack. Izuku wakes up and, well, he wakes up and he knows a couple things. He feels every shred of the darkness in him is gone. And he is once again powerless. Which he is completely fine with. He's like, alright. I never used them anyway. Fuck it. We're good. And all reality, people don't know that Izuku has lost his powers except for fucking midnight. And that's it. That and Izuku and Izuku's closest. So people still think Izuku's a fucking powerhouse. And Izuku in general has just changed the way things are. You could use your quirk in public as long as it's not harming people. And and if it's using your quirk on someone, you have to get a sheet that basically a quirk permit. And that basically registers what your quirk is, what it does, how it can affect people, that kind of thing. Japan spearheads the society in the lowest crime rate, period, because there is none. Izuku has completely and utterly fucking annihilated the crime rate, specifically the organized crime rate. And the only thing left is the Darkling Syndicate, which is still active. And John is still running around. Around in all reality. In his townhouse. Because, just because the darkness kind of leaves doesn't mean, all the shit he summoned with it is unsummoned. From what I could tell about the darkness, it kind of just does whatever the fuck it wants. So it's we're gonna leave some things for him. And in all reality, Izuku only lost his invulnerability and his speed. And his shadow manipulation. All he has is his strength and his speed. If I said speed in the two that, hey, he lost these, but no, fuck that. That's stupid. He has, a dumbed down version of it, which is now believable. But, yeah. Izuku is now, mortal. And, yeah. He raises his daughter. And he has her, has John and stuff still run errands for him, but it's not, nothing illegal now. The Darklings that are still around are, they were kind of, had this thing told to them about, hey, be loyal to Izuku until he'll, his daughter, pops, if you know what I mean. But what I mean by that is simple. She gets her powers. She gets the bullshit abilities that Izuku does. Which, the fucking weird thing is, zooming into the future a bit, at 3 years old, she has a quirk. And, it's midnights, but your ass is conked the fuck out for hours. So, yeah, a more potent version of Midnight's quirk is kind of now there. So Izuku kind of is happy. He's happy that his child is not quirkless, that she does not have to go through that same life that Izuku did. Granted, might have been less. I don't know. Well, but it's less like you don't need to show your skin with hers. Like that just shit just leaks through her pores like whenever she wants. So yeah. Damn, they are playing with that dog upstairs. But yeah. This is where I'm gonna end it. Hope all of you have a nice day. And peace.